Well, hello, Cuppa and card friends. Welcome back. It's Linda Z. It is that time to grab your cuppa, grab your cards, and let's dive in. So today we are going to be looking at our Queen of Pentacles. This queen is such a nurturing, loving, comforting kind of queen. She is the mom that is always about making sure everyone else is taken care of. Sometimes to a fault. She is all about being practical and being prosperous, but down to earth. She's the working parent in the relationship. She has ideals of prosperity, and she's able to maintain her nurturing and down to earth attitude with dealing with other people. So let's look at all the symbolism that we have in this card. So first, let's look at her pose. She is sitting on her throne, looking at this pentacle like she has a child on her lap. She is looking at it with reverence and love, like she really cares for this, which it is like her child. It's like an egg almost. She's leaning in like she's very concerned, and she's just looking at it so lovingly. We have the mountain in the background, this blue mountain, which represents the challenges that she's faced to get to where she is. And of course, we have the peak here showing the nod between heaven and earth. The pentacle on her lap is like the child, but it also represents talents and her practical needs and just her as a parent taking care of people and things. The fruit that we see throughout, so it's kind of hard to see, but there's actually nods to different kinds of fruit in between here and there, just down here, down there, just all different kinds of things. And that's about being fruitful and wealthy, creative and productive, and the blossoming of the fruit, becoming fruitful. The rose garden that we see above head, all the roses that we see, this is a sign of love, the red roses and all the growth that we have. And the red is about love and passion. But this is also a nod to the magician, because this is the only other card other than the magician that shows the roses in it like this. There is a little rabbit down here showing fertility and purity, and a nod to her saying that we can love no matter how small. Then we have here on her throne, we have a goat, and that is showing us that you have the ability to survive just about everything. Even here we see she has her feet on the ground, and it's almost somewhat barren, and the goat can survive in just about any arid atmosphere and landscape. And then we have her gray throne. This is a solid stone throne. Gray is neutrality. We have cherubs on it. We have fruit on it. We have another cherub down here. But this is showing her how sturdy and strong she is. And then we can look at what she's wearing. We have red, green, and white. White for purity, red for passion, but for love as well. And this red robe also is a nod to the magician. And the green here we have for growth. So let's take a look at the cards that we have. This first card is from the 5-cent tarot. This card here is from the Tarot of Tides. And then the last card is the Witch's Garden. And I chose some very different cards today, just because I wanted to show, well, the cards themselves, but something different for everyone. So this is the 5-cent tarot. This is available on Etsy, and it is showing almost this carnival, Victorian kind of carnival kind of picture. And the neat thing with this card is it's reversible. And this is showing buttons, Queen of Buttons. And it says here she's the providing, she's a caregiver, she's practical. And you can flip it over for a reverse, and then it tells you she's self-serving, she's pretentious, and she's entitled. But I think this is a really interesting card because it shows a kangaroo, and here we have a carriage and a nod to the rabbit for fertility, but the carriage definitely goes to fertility. But I think it's interesting that we see it's a kangaroo and how the kangaroos keep their joeys right in their sack or their pouch. Again, a nod to the rose that we see here. And let's see what the guidebook says about this card. The Queen of Buttons. The kangaroo is the quintessential embodiment of a mother and a provider, both in material and emotional support. Her rabbit companion represents fertility and suggests that her life is in flow and alignment. Here the Queen reminds us to hold what's dear to us, near to our hearts, and that a nurturing spirit is the light that fuels our souls. And by the way, if you do decide to get this deck, or if this is something that you're interested in, it's really neat because you can actually choose what color bag that you want. It comes in a bag. You can choose what gets printed on the bag. Here's the bag, and here's the one that I chose for it to say 5 cents, since this is the 5-cent tarot. And I got the second edition. And you can choose the gilding that comes on the side of the deck. And as you can see, I chose a lavender. Not that I like purple, but it was different. And I was like, yeah, let's do something different. This is the Tarot of Tides. This is the Queen of Pentacles. And here we see like a mermaid type of character. And she's holding these in her hand. Here we see on the ridge a castle. But she's a mermaid and she can't get to that castle. So let's see what the guidebook has to say about her. This is really interesting. This is a newer deck that I've had in my collection. And this is really super cute because it's called the Tarot of Tides, The Adventures of a Duck Named Bob. And we don't always see Bob in all of the cards. I'm trying to see if I can find him in here. There he is. It's a little rubber ducky, a little yellow rubber ducky named Bob. So let's see what the card has to say about this one. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen aids in the stewardship of the barrow's split wealth by taking a direct hand in its recovery. She safeguards some of the coins by incorporating them into her skin of glittering scales. Upright, practical, and mothering, good management, expensive taste, nurturing, and giving. The Queen of Pentacles tends to the material and tangible well-being of her subjects. She is generous and accomplished manager of resources, which she commands through prudence, realism, and practicality. She values the luxuries earned by hard work as much as the staples and essentials. She favors your plans, approving of your blending ambitions with shrewdness. She helps you recognize the labor's fruits can only be enjoyed if the groundwork is done properly. In banking, the barrow's gold, she shows how easily she can handle money and how it enhances her, but it does not overpower or corrupt. This is her most important message to you. And I love this card. I'm really enjoying this deck. It's colorful. It's all about this little rubber ducky that gets left at the beach and gets taken out into the ocean, and it goes through this adventure that he goes on. And this last card is from the Witch's Garden, Tarot of the Witch's Garden. And I wanted to show something that was almost like a quintessential Queen of Pentacles, because Pentacles is of the earth, and I thought this was absolutely fascinating and gorgeous, and everything that a Queen of Pentacles would be. Here we see her sitting on her throne, which is literally the earth. It's this giant root. She's holding the pentacle on her lap, almost on her belly, like she's pregnant with it. She has the roses in her hair, the rabbit for fertility down at her feet, and she's literally turning green, that she is just fully enveloped. And I just love this card. So let's see what the guidebook says. And this is a mass market deck as well. This is a Llewellyn deck. It's quite large. The Queen of Pentacles, the cultivator, goddess of earthly power, rules. She protects nature's precious jewels. Fertility is marked by a hair. Something new will soon be there. The Queen of Pentacles marks physical expression in every sense. Her nudity expresses complete vulnerability, balanced by strength. The Queen takes a building blocks of the universe and fashions them into new forms. At her brightest aspect, the Queen of Pentacles uses all the resources to decorate, nurture, and spin magic from her fingertips. She is the master gardener who senses how a vine wants to grow. She is the trellis supporting it to reach its full height. She landscapes her life and dives into depths. She makes soups that heal and spells that manifest. She has the power to make anything grow. Animals are drawn to her. Children play at her feet, and all nature celebrates her. She is soft and sensual, slow and secure. She is the Queen of Earth. And that is just so beautiful. And let's do our tarot reading for the day. And I am going to use our beautiful Queen as our tarot reading today. Let me get the cards from the deck. And let's see what Spirit wants to tell us today. This is truly, truly a beautiful deck. Okay. So let's see, Spirit, why is our Queen of Pentacles here? Why is our Queen of Pentacles here? And how do we handle this? How do we handle this? Oh, we got a flyer. Okay, so we'll use this as our energy today, our beautiful Queen of Pentacles. So why is she here? We have the Eight of Wands. This is a very passionate card. Let's look in the guidebook to see what they say about our Eight of Wands. Arrows of love when sprung will fly, shooting sparks across the sky. Make intentions, trust it now. Calls are heeded, but don't guess how. And the Eight of Wands is really about pure energy. This is about everything you put into the world counts. Love letters, send messages, call and response, prayers in motion, actions in flight. Results are soon to be revealed. That's from the book. And I see the Eight of Wands as pure forward energy. This is putting a plan into action. It's kind of like when you release an arrow from the bow, it is going. You have to be very precise at where you point it, because once you let it go, you can't take it back. And how are we handling this? We have judgment. Let's see what the guidebook says about judgment. Judgment is about rebirth. Let's see. Revolution. Wake up, rise, new days begin. Heed the call and bare your skin. Embrace the fullness, rejecting lack. No turning round, no going back. And it says this is about ecstasy and accomplishment, heeding the call, the message you've been waiting for, life force, born again, but into yourself, rising up, alive, and awake. So as I see here, we have our energy, our Queen of Pentacles, our queen, our nurturing person. This is a mother figure, a very divine feminine energy that's in your life. And she's being very careful with her pentacle, her baby. But there's something here that is going into motion. There is something here that you are putting into plan, putting into practice. It's moving along at just crazy speeds. It is just going to go and go and go. And then here we are seeing rebirth. And I find this odd that we have her holding a pentacle like she is bearing a child. And then we see here, we see a card of rebirth. So what is it that there's something that you want to have come to fruition? So she is the Queen of Pentacles. It's going to come to fruition, but it's going to happen quickly. And it's going to be a life changer. This is you being reborn into yourself and not turning back and moving forward. So this is all about forward momentum. I see definite forward momentum here. And this is a huge card, being judgment, being a major arcana. These are the major things that happen in your life. These are not the little small insignificant things. So something big is going to happen. And that is how we have to handle it. We have to handle it and grab it and go for it, because our Eight of Wands is off to the races. Well, I hope you enjoy this video, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. I also do an oracle card of the day, and I hope you enjoy that. And I ask that you just send love and light out into the world, because it's a great day today. And again, I really appreciate everyone who subscribes. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway of a bunch of journal stickers for you to use in your journals. And we have some other things in the works, so don't forget to subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful day. Sending love and light. Bye.